Fragment 14 from Clement Stromata 5.11.74 simply says that for Basilides, the cosmos is unique. This phrase is embedded in an allegory about the one temple ordained by Moses. This one temple, as is urged in Deuteronomy, is allegorized to indicate the fact that the world also is one. Greeks like Diodorus of Sicily, reporting an earlier historian called Hecataeus, viewed Moses as a temple builder. The temple was meant for God, but God, according to Diodorus, was heaven, which surrounds the earth. The idea of the universe as God's temple was known also to Greeks. Philo viewed the cosmos as God's temple as well, heaven being its most sacred part. For him, one temple pointed at one God. Clement may have been thinking of this very passage from Philo. He sets up a contrast with Basilides, for whom there was one cosmos, but not one God. But even for Basilides, there was one supreme God, sometimes called non-existent, and the one over all. Whether the lower ruler, or archon, was worthy of the name God is unclear. Now, whether there was one cosmos or many was a standard topic in ancient philosophy. Many philosophers agreed that the cosmos is one. They included Thales, Pythagoras, Empedocles, Parmenides, Heraclitus, Plato, Aristotle, Zeno. But their opponents were many. Thinkers like Anaximander, Anaximenes, Archelaus, Xenophanes, Leucippus, Democritus, Epicurus all argued that there are infinite worlds. Basilides sided with the Pythagoreans and Platonists, with whom most Jews and Christians also agreed. Philo wrote that the cosmos too is one, since the Creator is one as well, and he has made his product similar to himself in respect of its unicity, expending all the available material for the genesis of the whole. In short, there is no multiverse. Our world is unique, and this term unique is monogenes, which can also be translated only born. This is the very same word used in reference to Jesus in John 1:18. He is the only born God or Son. The manuscripts differ. Plato, for his part, argued in the Timaeus that there can only be one heaven or world, because the world we live in was created by a good creator who tried to make our world as close as possible to a model. Additional worlds were not necessary to create because our world is already as close to the model as can be achieved by the single good creator. The uniqueness of the world for Basilides may have implied the same point it did for Plato, that the world is good and made by a good creator to be the best of all possible worlds. Basilides said that faith is worthy to stand near the essence of the creator. If such faith was good, it seems, so was the creator. Does this fragment about a single cosmos contradict the idea that we find in Irenaeus, that there are 365 heavens, according to Basilides? Well, not necessarily. A single world could, in theory, have 365 levels or realms. For Plato, admittedly, the cosmos and the heaven, or uranos, were used as synonyms, but that might not have been the case for Basilides. To say that the cosmos is unique, however, and then to argue that there are 365 levels, might seem to be giving with one hand what the other hand takes away. Effectively, we might imagine for Basilides a kind of multiverse within our single universe. At any rate, if the world is one of a kind, then we get the sense that it is the kind which God wanted and willed, even if it was not precisely emanated or created by God. It is still the expression of good and the expression of providence.